You know, it's not all that easy to come up with content every day for a YouTube channel. I mean, we're shooting for 6 days a week now. But, I mean, there's so much to talk. I mean, for one thing, there is a lot to talk about, but you can see why. I'm sorry, I'm walking down here at the river with my dog. Come on, puppy, let's go. Yeah. Not sure if she wants to walk all the way down here. She's been down here so many times. Huh, puppy? Yeah. What you doing? Yeah. Where's the puppy? Yeah. She likes to come outside. But, you know, you just never know how she's feeling. She's getting old. She's almost 11. I guess I was thinking about this the other day. You know, our bodies are big transmitters and receivers. And the ability for us to transmit directly is affected by how well we can receive, if that makes sense. Because as you're transmitting just totally independent of what you're receiving, then you could say that you're a little bit not delusional. Maybe you're just creating something that isn't grounded in the things that are around you. And I was thinking about this the other day, how, you know, when you're eating, you're putting a lot of waste into your lower half. That's your receptive side, and it blocks, you know, your ability to listen and receive. If you're always consuming, then you know, you could say that's part of receiving, but not necessarily, because consuming from the top side is the reverse of creating, right? You're just consuming all the time and you're not creating. Yeah, I'll let you guys dwell on that one for a little while, and what's good for the symmetry of the body, so that it doesn't pull itself down back to the ground. I've said this before on my channel before. If you guys have watched my channel in the past, you know, it's dealt with in the Bible where, you know, if you eat from the earth, you go back to the earth. And that makes sense, right? You are what you eat. You're just pulling yourself back into the ground. So how do you get to where you don't do that? Well, consume less, I guess, and grow to unconditionally love everything around you, because it enables you to travel without getting pulled in one direction or the other. Yeah, she's hanging back. It's like she doesn't want to go on this trip today. If I seem a little distracted, it's because of that. I'm trying to keep track of the dog, and she's just watching me from the backside. I don't know if you guys can see her. She's over there in the shade of that tree. So she's watching me to see how far I go. She's going potty. Marking her ground there. And so she's not sure. She doesn't want to come all the way down here. Maybe she feels like it's too hot for her. I don't know. She's following me. Anyway, so yeah. And another thing I was thinking about, manifestation. A lot of people teach manifestation, and the mind is very powerful. You know, we can create all kinds of things in our mind, and if we believe that those things can manifest, then they will. But if you can do that temporarily, but if it's out of alignment with the heart of the system that you're in, then the measured way that you pull it out of balance will always have a recurve effect back on you, if that makes sense. So there's a lot of I was just watching I'm trying to bring all this together into one point of view, or just one basic thought form. I just was on a podcast recently, on a gal's podcast, and she just had somebody on, a very sharp guy, and was sharing how he had cured himself of stuttering for years because he used to stutter in front of audiences, but he just basically declared it out loud that he would stop doing it, and he did. You know, it was where your thoughts and your voice and your heart aligns has a healing effect on the body, so that he no longer, whatever was causing him to stutter, ceased to exist. So there's a destructive and a creative aspect to that, right? There's always two sides to a coin: destroying something old and then creating something new way of being. Everything is that way. And so there'll always be the balance of destroying something that's old. And if we think back about, you know, if you're creating something that is creating an imbalance in your environment, let's say, you know, we can use any kind of currency as an example, right? Currency has a way of pulling everything out of balance. You know, when there's groups of people living off of other groups of people, and where their time isn't being measured the same, where, you know, my time isn't more valuable than anybody else's time, and I should view it that way. Otherwise, I create imbalance, because the heart doesn't see anything as separate or of less value than another. So everything will always fall back to the heart, and those imbalances always come back into balance. It's the king's job to be a servant to the people, and we can all say, I think without a doubt, that we are all the king and queens of our own lives. And if we don't find balance with the people around us, if we take advantage of them for whatever reason, then that balance always comes back. It always goes back the other direction before it, you know, it's a sine wave. It goes back and forth. And I'm as guilty of it as anybody, you know. But what really enables you to get out of those negative karmic cycles is your ability to never expect anything from anybody, to love them unconditionally, and you'll be eventually, you know, you'll be treated the same way, because that's how can I judge ourselves? Can't judge anybody else. How can I even judge myself? And that's one problem. This goes down another road. That's one thing I thought about for a long time, is that because I never trusted myself to create anything, because it's like, how do I know what is best for me? How do I know? What is the best thing that could happen for me? Because I'm a pretty old guy. I've been an electrician for 25 years, and, you know, I've been in different relationships, and it's like, what is the best thing for me? And it comes from the inside out. You can't look out to anything out there and think, oh, that thing out there is going to be the best thing for me. I've grown to understand that the best thing for me is to understand that I have total and absolute control over myself. And that will always be the best thing for me. And by doing that, then everything falls into line that way. Believing in yourself, trusting that you can love anybody at any time for any reason. Yeah. Puppy dog doesn't want, I don't think she wants to go down. Let's go down to the water, puppy. Come on. Come on. I'm going to make her go down to the water because she'll like to get in the water. She knows the story. But I'm going to let you guys go. I'm not going to keep rambling. But how much of this does this resonate with you guys? Before I got on here, I was watching Beard Meets Food, and I'd never seen that guy. It's like, man, you couldn't pay me to eat some of the stuff that guy's eating. It's just too much. But that's actually one thing that is so amazing. It's something I was also thinking about this morning, is how many flavors we have in this world. You are the most unique person in the world, because nobody has the exact same story as you, and that gives your own flavor into whatever you're doing. Love you guys. Have a good day. Bye. I just might add this video to the video that I just made. I think I'm going to, and I'm going to stop uploading it to YouTube. But I was thinking, what really protects you, at the end of that last video, I was talking about what's the best thing I can do for myself. And the thing that really protects you is your unconditional love for everybody around you and your desire to nurture growth in your environment. If you're not nurturing growth, then you can stay neutral, but in a way you can nurture it. You can stay neutral and nurture at the same time. But if the people that want to have poor intent towards the people that want to nurture them, then that's what really makes you fall into negative karmic cycles, and then you're no longer protected because you don't want to nurture the growth of the people. Of everything that's happening around us is always growing. There isn't anything that's growing, so you don't want to. If you fall out of alignment with growth, then you cease to grow. You die. And growth is about dying and constantly being reborn over and over and over again, becomes something new. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you try to fight dying, try to grab onto something out there to try and keep you alive, then it'll kill you every time. Because the purest intent is to become a part of the growth cycle of everything around you. And then see how it works. See where it's making its balance itself. And that'll have the best healing effect of the people that you love and surround yourself with every day. It's true. So just carry that intent is what I'm saying. Carry that intent. And if you can't perfect that intent, work on that first. If there's a barrier around your heart in any way, work it. Smash that thing to bits. And ask for that pain to be taken away, and it will. That pain will be taken away. I'm a witness to that power. Because sometimes it hurts when people do things. And if you allow it to hurt you, and allow that pain to fester, then it can be something terrible. And yeah. And one of the hardest things to get over is the fact that maybe somebody doesn't want to be with you for a long time, or doesn't love you. And it hurts when it doesn't feel like someone loves you. But then the reality is there are so many flavors out there. There's 8 billion flavors of people. And sometimes we're just not ready for each other at the right times. And it really doesn't matter in the bigger picture. Because we're all together in the end. There isn't any of us that are separate. We're all back together in the end. And we have an infinite number of lifetimes to experience one another. So, yeah. Love you guys. And have faith. Everything is all right now. And will always, always, always be all right. I love you.